Well, his first claim to fame was as a guest on Good Day. Now he's celebrated around the world. Marcus Allen is standing by with our good friend, the Pumpkin Geek.
Absolutely. And Ken, you and I go back and forth on this every time we have this guy on the show because you say, what's his name? And I said, Geek. And you go, no.
He's got a real name.
He's got a real name, but you actually, this is your brand. You do not feel slighted when people call you the Geek because you are the Pumpkin Geek.
That's true. How are you doing? Good
Congratulations on everything.
Thank you very much. Always good to be here.
His real name's Alex. Oh, yes. Because he's the Pumpkin Geek. Big doings in your career. First of all, this guy runs with Wizard World and Comic-Con.
I do, and I know you were there this last June when we had our first one here in Sacramento. Those of you guys who made it out know it was fantastic. We're coming back to Sacramento next June, and we're going to be in Reno in November, so all the geeks can come and do their Christmas shopping in one convention center.
Awesome. Now, Ken, I don't expect you to know about this, but there's a big award ceremony that's been proliferating over the last few years called the Geeky Awards in Los Angeles. Last year, lifetime recipient Stan Lee, and you won a big award.
I did for arts and craft, and it was a fantastic event, and I actually got to go again this year as a judge since I won last year. But that's opened up a lot of doors for what I've done.
Speaking of which, now look how unremarkable they look if you just look at it.
Very unremarkable.
You use artificial pumpkins so they last forever. You could do this with real pumpkins, but you say, why spend that much time on something that goes away?
Exactly. So these are artificial pumpkins. I actually buy them at Michael's craft stores, so they're hollowed out.
About a half-inch thick.
Yeah, they last forever, and if you can see with the camera, there's actually 3 shaded grades, plus cutout, and plus the dark. So it's actually 5 layers to try and give it a photorealistic look.
So the lighter the texture, the thinner you go, and then the darker the texture, the more skin you leave on it.
Exactly.
All right, so flip that master switch, and behold how awesome these things look.
That's what they're supposed to look like.
Oh.
So cool. Look at Benedict. Just look at the detail in Benedict Cumberbatch. Look how amazing that looks.
It's crazy.
Jennifer Lawrence up here, Hunger Games. Look how amazing that looks. And now celebrities commission him for their parties, their big doings. Movie studios commission him. He was talking about Chloe Grace Moretz because she had the movie Carrie coming out and that he'd been hired to do a pumpkin for her. And I said, could we please deliver it for our show? And we did. Take a look. Because you've been immortalized in a pumpkin. And I mean,
there's a Hollywood pumpkin carver
that hand carves pumpkins. She wanted to take this with her, and that's you.
Look at her.
The movie studio that created Carrie wanted her to have this, and so I got to present it to her.
It's a pumpkin that'll last forever.
Let it go once she got it in her hands.
He calls himself the Pumpkin Geek, and
I'm
that's what it looks like.
What they've done for you, and that's yours.
What? Oh my God, dude, that's so.
It's gonna be fun to fly with.
Yeah, she did have trouble getting it past TSA, but she did. Talk about other big things that have happened for you. People Magazine in a couple weeks, the big Halloween edition of People Magazine, you're in there.
Yes, they actually contacted me last week. They found me, as people seem to do every year, and they asked me to be in one of the features for a Halloween article that they're going to do, just highlighting a few of the carvers across the country. So that should come out in a couple weeks.
You mind me asking what you charge for people when they, let's say, a non-commissioned worker? People want to buy something you've already done, like a Groot.
Well, you know, actually, I pretty much everything's the same, and I always tell people to just email me. It's probably the easiest way to do it, alex@thepumpkingeek.com. But you know, it's one of those things. It's really kind of hard for me to kind of separate this and that, and I deal with so many people. I've kind of come up with flat fees, and the best way is to get a hold of me is email or Twitter. I'm on Twitter all the time @thepumpkingeek, so you can always find me.
I see what you're saying. Like, no 2 pumpkins are alike, no 2 prices are alike. You're no dummy. Well, congratulations on everything. I'm sure we'll be seeing you again when you bring your Wizard World to town. And Pumpkin Geek,
thank you very much.
Congratulations on everything. And you're one of the nicest geeks I've ever met.
Well, you know, you guys always got me here on the first time, so I think it's like 6th time coming back, so I love coming back. You guys are great to me.
Honor having you here.
Good to see you again. Thank you so much.